Hello everybody and welcome back to Screen Stars. I'm here today to review the 2018 action film Peppermint, a film that stars Jennifer Garner. Now this is a film that I saw a trailer for several months ago and I thought looked pretty interesting. And essentially, to sum this film up very quickly, this is a film that's a cross between John Wick, The Punisher and Death Wish. That's like, imagine something along those lines of all the three of those films, a little bit of each, and you've got a good idea what this film is about. And this film focuses on Jennifer Garner's character, who is a happily married woman with a little daughter. And right at the beginning of the film, they develop this family relationship. You can see she's a loving, caring mother and wife, working a normal job at a bank. And one fateful night, her husband and daughter are gunned down by some gang members who believe her husband was involved in a ploy to steal money from them, which he wasn't. He was innocent. Killed. Jennifer Garner then is seriously injured, wants justice, doesn't get justice, and disappears, goes off the grid for 5 years, returns 5 years later basically as a killing machine, and she hunts down these gang members one at a time and makes them pay heavily for their deeds 5 years previously. Now that is the basic outline of this movie, and everything I've just explained there you could gather from the trailers. Now, what did I think of Peppermint? I actually quite enjoyed this film. It was really well made. The action set pieces all worked. I believe them all. Jennifer Garner's a veteran when it comes to action, as we all know, and she carries this film expertly. Put it this way, this film is a darn sight better than the recent Death Wish that was the Bruce Willis one. This film is infinitely, I think, better than that film. Mainly because it does a great job of building up this family relationship at the beginning, and Jennifer Garner, you really buy her as this caring mum, wife, etc. And the transformation that takes place is shocking and stark enough for you to buy it all. It's done in a way that you kind of believe to a large degree. I thought the weakest part of this film was the poorly fleshed out villains, as they usually are in this film, and some strange decisions made in regards to who she targeted. Now, when she comes back 5 years later, there's a number of targets that you want to see her take out, and she does take out all these targets, but some of them are off camera. There's like a really corrupt lawyer that you want to see get his comeuppance, and you understand that he does, but you don't see it. There's 3 gang members in particular that you really want to see get their comeuppance. You kind of do, but not fully. She just basically goes after the whole crew, regardless of how involved they were in her family's murder 5 years previously, to take them down. And she takes up her place in like the ghettos. I think it's Skid Row, is it? And she's become some kind of angel, some kind of guardian angel to the people down there. They revere her because she's basically removed all the crime in that area. It's one of the safest places in the city now. So they really, care for her very deeply down there. And there's like graffiti art of her in with angel wings made out of guns everywhere and stuff. Now, so generally speaking, I thought this was a pretty good vigilante type film, and my understanding is I think it was from the people that made Taken, and you can absolutely see that as well. The fight scenes were up close, personal, graphic, brutal. The shooting scenes were handled particularly well, and again I thought the casting of Jennifer Garner in this role as this character was a stroke of genius, really, because she's, like I said, she's a veteran in this genre. She could do this kind of role, generally speaking, with her eyes closed. So I have to say, guys, I think this film is worth checking out. I don't think it's standout. I don't think you're going to walk away thinking, oh, that's the best action film I've seen for the last 5 years. It's not. It's really competently made. The effects are all good, they're all on point. The action, the fighting, it's all on point. The acting's on point. The emotional kick it gives you it works really well. I mean, the scene when she's wanting justice in the courtroom at the beginning, and you can see the levels of corruptness that's going on, really gets to you, and you can't wait to see these guys get the comeuppance. And you can see how devastating it is for Jennifer Garner's character in regards to the lack of justice that she receives. You completely get why she does what she does. Another weakness for the film is it doesn't go into any real depth as to how she went away and got all this training and experience. There's an exposition scene with two, like an FBI officer and a detective, and she's explaining to this detective, she surfaced in this country 3 years ago, and there's a YouTube clip of her doing this UFC fighting, and there was another time she popped up in this country and for arms offences or some, I don't know, stuff like that. So they kind of explain it with that exposition scene, but it was poorly done. It would have probably fleshed out her character a little bit more if we had a couple of flashback scenes, seeing her doing the training and getting prepared and stuff. I think I would have appreciated that. So I do recommend this film, guys. I did enjoy it. I thought it was, like I say, far better than Death Wish, the Bruce Willis film, and I think I'm going to rate this one a good solid 7 out of 10. It's very entertaining, it's well made, well acted. Jennifer Garner does a fantastic job in this role. Really did buy her character. The bad guys are sinister enough, if a little one-dimensional, and some exposition scenes, aren't particularly great, but it's an entertaining film, guys. So if you get the chance, check out Peppermint, and thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time on Screen Stars.